Hello everybody, I'm Yolanda, aka Creative Mommy of Two, and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you may be able to recognize, I am still working on my colorful tiger from the Dutch store Zeeman. So I'm going to sit down, grab my stuff and start. So we are doing a WIP and Chat today, so grab out whatever it is your work in progress. Yeah, let's have a rumble, shall we? So, first things first, what color am I going to do? That one. So, I'm sorry if it's a little bit dark, but it's a little bit doom and gloom at the moment outside. Because, yeah, it's a case of rain, endless rain. Yeah, today is one of those days that it's like rain, and even more rain. So, yeah, not having fun with that. Okay, I do need to change my wax. I haven't used this pen in quite a while. So, hold on for just a sec while I change the wax. And I'm back. Sorry if I tapped my camera a bit too hard. But yeah, I thought maybe you want to see how I change the wax. So I'm just going to do it, hopefully in view. Let's see, are my hands here in view? No, they aren't even in view. Yeah, I just use some tweezers to pull out all the old wax, but yeah. You hear very mixed things about that, so I have some really bright wax that I'm using at the moment. I just always grab like whatever I at the moment can find, well, basically like closest to me. I have like a little tray of like all kinds of goodies. I'm trying to see if I can show you without everything falling off. So I have like a little organizing thing, keeping it here, with two drawers. And one of them is just filled with all kinds of regular waxes in all the different colors, shapes, sizes, and everything. So, yeah, whenever I run low, I just grab my big container downstairs and just shove a lot in it and, yeah, grab something out. Oh, this smells so good. This is from Case Cup of Putty chocolate treat. It's really delicious. So, here. My way of doing it is just stab the pen in there, wiggle around a little bit, hope that it comes loose. And ta-da! Many times, because I'm quite a hard presser, I will need to either refill, but many times it's like too dirty so it won't stick together, or need to like change it. So yeah, I go through wax quite a lot. That's why I like a lot of the time use just regular pink wax, blue wax, whatever comes with the kits. Just for the fact that I am just a hard presser. Okay, I'm going to, with my nail, get the excess, well, scrape the excess off. Because otherwise it will be going out of it anyway. But yeah, I forgot to ask, how are you all doing? I hope you are having a wonderful day, or night, or whatever all applies. But yeah, today here, it's one of those rainy days. It's like typical Dutch weather. And it's not fun. Thankfully, at the moment, I'm in a decent, well, actually a pretty good mental space. So it's not affecting me as much as it sometimes does on other days. But yeah, still, I don't like it. When I'm not the, like, right state of mind, I can't say, but like when I'm feeling down already, this kind of weather just makes me ugh. Yeah, doesn't make me feel happy. But thankfully I'm in a decent state of mind. I last week on Thursday finished the first layer of insulation on the attic, so yay! Yeah, if you've been here before and you have heard me talk about it, yeah, you probably are done with it, just as I am, but oh well. So on Wednesday, I first did a part while our daughter was, well, sick. She was sick on Wednesday. She wasn't feeling the greatest. She had a fever. So I was like, yeah, you're staying at home today. But I gave her some medicine and she felt better. So I was like, you know what? You can color, you can watch TV. I'm going to work on the attic now. And she was like, okay, fine. And she just colored happily. I was almost done. So in the afternoon, I did it again. Finished it. Or so I thought. Ended up in the evening. Ugh, dang it. Just pulled the wax right out of the pen. That did not help. Can I shove it just back in? I'm just going to. That's better. Yeah, so in the afternoon, I basically did the same, only then our son was also at home. But yeah, thankfully they behaved, so I could finish it. And yeah, like in the evening, I showed my husband, like, hey, do you think it's okay? Because we had some leftovers. And at first he thought maybe like a coworker of his could use it because for one or the other reason they cut to the topic of insulation and he said that he needed some for like a wall or something. But apparently he needed just a little bit thicker, so yeah. But we were in the attic looking like, okay, did we have everything and all? And then we saw like the overhanging part of the roof. So we're like, oh, maybe we can shove some in there just to make it a little bit more easy. So the day after, I ended up still going to work on the attic for the same insulation. Like, again, for like what feels like the millionth time. I'm so done with it. But yeah, so I put it in like the overhang part and all the rest, like what we got left. It's not that you can bring it back to the store and like get your money back. So we're like, you know what? I'm just going to see how much I can shove in like a piece that's anyway disappearing behind a wall. But it's like a tilted roof part. I know I'm not making much sense, but sorry. Don't know always the correct words for everything. In case you don't know, I'm Dutch. So yeah, English isn't my first language. So if I don't make much sense, sorry. But I can't help it much of the time. But yeah, so I shoved it in there. And now everything is gone. It looks like it's pretty decent. So we already ordered the next part. My husband has now 2 weeks off. So I was like, you know what? We're just going to do some stuff. I know you don't want to use your entire vacation for just stuff around the house. But I also want to keep a move in because yeah, I'm so done with it. It's like a project of like 5 years already. Because when we first started at the attic, when we first looked at the options, I didn't even know I was pregnant with my son at that time. And he is 4 now. So yeah, that's how long it's been going. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully this Thursday the next installation will arrive because Yeah, we ordered it on Friday evening, Saturday evening, one of those two. But anyway, it was like between 1 or 5 working days, so it was somewhere this week. And it will be coming in on Thursday, hopefully at a decent time, because we actually also need to go to the dentist with our daughter. So hopefully those times don't overlap, because we actually want to go together to the dentist with her, but potentially one of us just needs to stay at home. And after that, we can look like how we want to make everything fit, and if we can see, however, and figure everything out, then we need to grab like the stuff we need for it, like the rough estimate of time of screws and stuff, because we don't know like in which direction. We know like the amount of like square meters we need, but not like how to best put it there. So we're just like, okay, we're going to first get everything in, then we're going to make a plan, and then hopefully like in a few days after we can start it. So but we'll see, because the kids are off of school on Friday and Monday. They have like study days, like again. Feels like they have them like constantly. But yeah. But maybe we're going to drop them off at like probably for maybe my parents, depending on if my dad says it's okay, because we should then do that on Saturday, because on Friday our daughter has swimming lessons, and we also have like parent-teacher conversations at school. So yeah, it's a little bit busy at the same time. But we will see how everything will go. In the end, it will all turn out, but don't ask how. So probably next week I will have an update on how much I have got done. Well, But I also said to my husband, like, if we find like stuff that I'm able to do myself, I will be just doing it myself when he is at work, so that he doesn't need to have like sacrifice his, well, as we call it, sacrifice his weekend days or take like vacation or anything, but it still keeps moving along. So yeah. Hopefully nobody gets sick again this week. Because yeah, as I said, like last week on Wednesday, our daughter was sick. She was already like a little bit whiny at like gym class, which they are also now at, because my husband took him. So that's why I have like give or take an hour and a half to have this WIP and Chat filmed. But yeah, so she was a little bit fussy already, wasn't really having it. When we got home, she was like saying that she didn't feel too great. She felt a little bit warm, but not like fever warm. But we're like, yeah, we're going to check. I ended up having like a raised temperature, so we're like, yeah, we're going to see how this plays out in the morning. She ended up having a decent sized fever. So in the end, we kept her home. Son was going to school because he was feeling perfectly fine, thankfully. Which gave me the space to work on the attic, as I said before. But yeah, thankfully she felt better on Thursday. Well, actually like on Wednesday in the evening already, she started to feel better. So thankfully she could still go to school on Thursday, also because I do like volunteer like with cutting fruits on Thursday normally. because this week I can't go because we need to go to the dentist, or one of us needs to stay home for like the installation and stuff. But yeah, so we have a decent size planning, and dang it, this time the putty will not be sticking in my pen properly. It's not a problem of the putty, it's a problem of my pen. And also I might have just not closed the bag properly. Sometimes it happens. But many times if the wax isn't like fully cooperating, I just need to rub a little bit over the wax so it fills everything again properly, and then it's okay. So yeah, I don't know what the issue is today. But yeah, I'm really happy that the attic is like getting a step closer. We have been yesterday and today, we have been looking around for like the tools for like what we probably need. Like for the next installation, we already have been looking like what kind of cabinets we want. We also want to have like a new bed for ourselves, because that's also starting to fall apart, but it's also like 12 years old already. So it's okay. It's an IKEA bed, so yeah, you can't expect like a lot of it. And it has also moved already, so yeah. We also have been looking around for like the last bits of the December shopping. We now need like probably like still one thing or so for our son, and then we're done. I already on Saturday evening packed everything, like except the stuff we bought today, but the rest is already, and yeah, good to go. We only need the stuff for the second part of December. Just in case you have small ears listening, I'm not going to say any more about it, but yeah. So yeah, we're probably in the morning tomorrow, we'll be going to the store Action to grab like the little last things. I also need to have some stuff from there anyway. Not December related. Like stuff that's in sale, like actually like next week. Well, from tomorrow, which is Wednesday, Action for one or the other crazy reason has the like new sales start, like the ads in on Wednesday instead of the regular Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Depends a bit on the store. So yeah, we have that. Probably will be doing a little bit of crafting with the kids tomorrow afternoon. I'm planning on making some plaster tiny molds for our daughter to paint later in this week or next week or whenever we get to it. Also want to try to pour some plaster over these like resin like gems I have that I've made, because last weekend, just going to get to the beginning, on Saturday, Sinterklaas came back in the country, so it was a whole thing. The kids watched it on TV, and yeah, it's always a big festive atmosphere and fun and everything. Kids love it. Obviously, it's a kids' holiday, so. But yeah, that means also that the kids can put their shoes out in the evening. So we told them they could do that on Saturday evening. Also, like on TV, Sinterklaas also said like, hey, today all the kids can put their shoes, put out their shoes, and probably have something, depending on if they're nice or not. And then they can like print out a certain sheet that is like a shoe calendar, and then the Pite can like color in that agenda on full calendar on like which days the kids can put out their shoes to be filled. So we ended up deciding Saturday and Tuesday. So this evening they can put out their shoes again. So on Saturday they put out their shoes, and Sunday morning they were able to open up a present. And this time they got a little like sort of archaeology set. Our son was most like archaeology set. He got one with a dinosaur fossil in it, and our daughter got like one of these gem sets, but they are like big plaster kind of contraption thingies with like a chisel and everything with it, so they can dig out like the crystal and fossil. And they absolutely loved it. They thought it was so fun. And I was later on like, hey, I probably know a way I can make them myself, because I can make like crystals myself. That's no problem, because I can make them out of resin. If they break because they whack too hard on it, no issue. I'll make new ones, and I can just keep the supply going. I can make multiples in one go. Can make like a big batch, put out a lot of like pudding cups, and yeah, have them filled out with a lot of stuff. So probably I will be doing like a test batch tomorrow to see like, okay, will it work as I am thinking or not? But yeah, they were entertained for about like an hour and a half, I think. So that was good. Her daughter quickly got the hang of it, like how hard she needed to tap it and make sure that everything got out and how to hold it. But our son was a little bit too soft with it. Fun thing for the fact that he normally is our wrecking ball. Yeah, he is hard and everything with everything except for what he can use a little bit more force for. But yeah, my husband ended up taking like one of his like normal hammers to tap on the chisel, so it gave a little bit more force because it had a little bit more weight behind it. So yeah, that way it got a little bit quicker. Not for the fact that they need to be fast with it, because yeah, why should they? Sorry. But just for the fact that if they both, well actually both, our daughter also liked it when it went a little bit faster because she wanted to get her treasure. But we thought like it would be fun for them to, especially to grab it out, but also for our son that it isn't taking him too long, that he loses his attention, and that way he could do it in one go without needing to stop and start everything, and like also like having to work on it like multiple times without getting a reward. So in the end he got a little, like, I believe it was like a triceratops or something out of it. Well, they both loved it. Our daughter had like a little pink gemstone, obviously plastic, but but they loved it. They absolutely loved it. So especially our daughter loved it. I think she is like more ready to do it more often. I think for our son it's a little bit more tedious, maybe. I'm like, yeah, if he likes it a lot, maybe I can do something for him as well, but we'll see. I've also yesterday in a toy store saw them, that you're like 12 of these like dinosaur eggs. And I believe they were like 20 euro or something. So I was like, okay, if he really wants to do one, we might end up getting one of those for him. But we will see. We need to see, we need to see. Also, our daughter got to spend some of her money on Saturday. So before we had like the big Sinterklaas intocht, so like the arrival, we went to our city center because we wanted to have some like bread rolls, buns, however you want to call them, for the kids to eat on the couch to make it a little bit more special. And I saw up front that they have at Kruidvat, don't know which kind of store, like a drugstore, pharmacy, whatever it is. Diane, if you're watching this, like, can you tell me what kind of store Kruidvat is? You know it, you're in Belgium, so you probably know like the English word for it. Better than me, at least. Am I filming? Yes, I am. Good. But yeah, so I saw that one of the things she was asking for like for a long time was in sale there. And I was like to my husband, like, hey, maybe she can like slowly start to learn the value of money and be like, okay, if she really wants to have one and they have a fun version, like we can. So we were there and she saw them and she was like, oh, I want one. So I'm like, okay, you can, but you need to pay for it yourself. We will pay for it now. And when we are at home, you will grab your money and pay us back. And she was like, okay, that's good. And no fussing about it or anything. But yeah, she has been asking for that for like a year already. So like, you know what? She doesn't need to learn that mommy and daddy will pay for everything. So slowly every now and then she can start to like spend her own money. Also with her birthday, we did the same, like she asked for money so she could get something bigger or something like she could pick whatever she wanted and not be like, but I can only pick something for like 10 euro because that's the budget of the person. They can just give her 10 euro and she can like put it together with 20 euro for from somebody else and just spend it like that. So we're like, yeah, that's a smart idea. So she decided she wanted to have some Barbie stuff. And she also ended up deciding that like, I believe she had like 20, 30 euro left. And she's like, and what do you want for that? And she was like, I want to save it. And we're both like, huh, smart. So we're like, yeah, okay, then we put it aside and you can save it. So we did that. So we are not doing too bad, but we're also like already saying to the kids, like, especially if we are looking for some stuff, we're like, okay, we went to this store and then that store, like looking for the same thing. We're like, yeah, but we can't just buy randomly whatever we want. Sometimes we need to go to another store and see if it's like better or cheaper or whatever. So they also know that they don't always need to grab like the first thing they see. Also sometimes like with clothing for them, we're like, you know what, this is like we're not entirely sure, we can better look somewhere else first. If we really don't find anything else, we can still go back and get it. So we do try to like teach them the value of money, but yeah, sometimes you can teach your kids something, but yeah, if they really want to follow that, that's a whole different story, but oh well. I'm sorry. Especially sorry if that's scared the living daylight out of you. Oh, come on. These drills are getting like at a point where they're like really staticky. So yeah, that's no fun. And I do feel another sneeze coming. Okay, there's the other one. I just need 3. Whoa, too much, too much. But yeah, so we got our daughter her thing. She paid us back as we told her she needed to. And then she could play with it. And she has been playing with it a lot. We did take it away on Sunday evening or Monday evening. Because they were like starting to throw with it. Because it's like I don't know if you know them, because I think they are also in different countries, but not entirely sure. But they are called little biggies, or at least normally they are biggies, but this is the small version, so this is a little biggie. No biggie. Well, yes, actually it is a biggie. But they are basically these stuffed animals with a like ball size. They are like refillable. So when you first get them out of the packaging, you only open it at certain points. You can get a like pump out of it. You pump it up, it blows up, and at a certain point it like pops open the packaging, and then you see which one you get. Obviously there's a code on it, so if you really want to, which we did, you can see which one it is up front. Yeah, there was one that was a unicorn, so obviously our daughter wanted that. I was pretty sure it was that one, because there's a little like peeking hole in the side, so you can see a little bit of what's in it. But I was like, you know what, we're just going to verify it, and we did. So in the end, she got the unicorn one. And yeah, she has been really happy with it, so yeah, thankfully. It was also like, what was it? I believe €9, so it wasn't like too super expensive, but normally even the small version are like 15 to €20, I believe. So yeah, we're like, yeah, no way. No, not going to happen. But yeah, she's happy with it, so. So at least for her, it's money well spent. And obviously for us as parents, it's money not spent. Which at times is also fun. Because, yeah, kids are hella expensive. Okay, they're worth it, but still they're hella expensive. But yeah. I have also been working on my cross-stitch conversion again. I have finished finished as far as I can. Finished page number 5. Well, part 5, so I believe page 7 or something, but doesn't matter. Of the round version. So whenever I work on it again, I am able to start on the square. I am planning on, as soon as I am finished with Train of Dreams, which I'm like almost halfway already, so nice. I believe if I work on it today some more, I believe then I am halfway, if I'm not mistaken. So it still goes pretty decently quick. But I'm planning, like, when I have that one finished, I will be working on some like background projects like this one, to finish this one, and try to finish as much projects as possible before the end of the year, so I have as much possible space. Also to get like a lot done on the cross stitch conversion, or at least I'm planning on doing that, so that I can finally get to having that one finished. Because Because, yeah, it's getting to be at a point that I'm like, yeah, I'm working on it for long enough now, so I want to have it done. So I will probably make the videos for part 5 separate. And then afterwards, I think at that point, I'm give or take at the point that I'm also done with Train of Dreams. So I think I'm then at that point starting to still do it page by page, but just do multiple updates in one go, so as to not do like too many pages, well, videos about like the same kind of pages when I can still do them like in one go. So maybe I finish like 4 and I will do 4 in one go then. But I need to see like how that will turn out. But yeah, let's see what else I have on my list. Let's see. Oh yeah, today, what did I do today? I have been working on my miniature. I have a miniature on the channel that I unboxed. I think by now it's like almost like a year ago. It's like a little sweet shop, fun thing. It's really cute. But for one or the other stupid reason, I never get to it. But today I was like, you know what, I'm going to start it. I was actually wanting to work on the beaded cross stitch that I worked on last week. Because I actually am to the second of these small flowers that are like on the left side of the kit. So I have made quite a lot of progress on that one. But I was like remembering that I had like the miniature, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to work on that first. So yeah, I ended up doing that. I only worked on it this afternoon. I also needed to take the kids from school. So obviously I needed to grab some like time for that. After that I started like to prepare our dinner. So I don't need to do that in a few moments. So that gave me a little bit more wiggle room. But yeah, I finished 2 of the small pieces for that. I'm going to show them. For one, I actually did not have one of these like parts that I needed to put here. I'm going to stand up so I can see. So this is like the little cash register that is with it. But this small piece needed actually like a diagonal square here. But it wasn't provided, so I either lost it or something or whatever, but I was thinking like worst case scenario I will be just putting it right there. But for now I keep it separate just in case I still find it somewhere that it's like ended up in the wrong box. And I also made like the little sweets table. I ended up like gluing everything together so nothing can fall apart. It's like teeny tiny annoying little stuff. Also like these little flowers here. I actually needed to have 3 different colors, but yeah, ended up having just 1 color, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to roll with it. Not going to fuss about it. It still works. So yeah, I have these done. It went pretty quick. I think I worked on it for like an hour and a half. I need to like sort out everything, like in what bag does what parts go, like what not sticker, I wish there were stickers. But what papers do I need for it, like what kind of separate parts are there and everything. And then I need to put everything together. So I thought like it wasn't too bad. I thought like I actually was expecting worse. So like, you know what? I'm okay with it. So I ended up then doing those two, I think like maybe on Thursday or whenever I get the chance to it. It also depends a bit on like the attic and stuff. But hopefully soon I will be able to work on it some more. Then I think like next there was like a little, like awning is the word, I think. Like a little roof area that I needed to work on. Then the chairs were on the table. Then there was a little cabinet for like the cakes and stuff, because it's like a little bakery. And then I think I can work on the shop itself. It actually has some lighting and stuff. But yeah, so I'm really curious to see how everything will fit together and stuff. So yeah, probably like the month of December will be also like finishing up all the stuff that's moving around and like everything I still have, like testing out some stuff. I will also hopefully by then be able to test out a lot of stuff with my resin. Because if you've been here last week, you might know that my husband bought me like a early Christmas-like present. Also part for himself because yeah, he wants to have some better resin works from me. So that I can make him some extra dice for D&D. Which he also went to play last Sunday. But yeah, so he bought me a little pressure chamber so I can make even better resin work. So hopefully that will eliminate the last of the bubbles and will also make that I have better dice. Next stage is to grab some silicone to like make molds for ourselves. So that's like the next step. But yeah, hopefully everything will turn out right. Most likely we will also be needing to like rearrange some molds and stuff because yeah, this pressure chamber has like a certain size and yeah, I can't put molds in it that are bigger because yeah, resin is kind of liquid. So yeah, we need to figure out a little bit of that. I got some trays for in that. So now all we need to do is wait for my dad to be able to give us a compressor to borrow so we can see how that all goes. But yeah, we're getting there, we're getting there. Potentially we are seeing our parents, well, my parents, this Saturday or Sunday, in case of like we want to have some help with the attic and slash and or some babysitting service. So we might see them then, but we need to see how everything plans out. But yeah, I'm really excited to test that thing out. I am already having plans in my head for how I want to have the dice and everything, so yay! But yeah, I think that is about all I can say about it. I think also like the lighting here gets a little bit too bad at this point in time because yeah, it's still raining. I think it's like it has been dry for like maybe 2 hours today. It is like terrible. It's also cold, so it's cold and wet. And yeah, as soon as you step outside the door, you're feeling like freezing. And yeah, no, not my kind of weather. Also, when I went to pick up the kids, I did have the luck that today the kids were already both outside. So I could just pick them up and go. because they had like an opening on like their food forest, voedselbos, like where they can grow like some, I don't know if you have fruit trees or anything. They might, but at least like where they can grow like some vegetables and stuff for like to make stuff with at school. They actually do like a little bit of cooking, like age appropriately, obviously, and things that are simple. But yeah, they're trying to make some stuff, and yeah, also want to have like the kids learn like where food comes from, and also part of it I think is like that they don't waste food constantly. But yeah, they were already outside because the opening was like at the end of the school day. Yeah, so they were probably in the rain for like half an hour or something in total. Poor kids. But yeah, for me that meant like going onto the playground and going back. So for me it was a lot less cold. But yeah, it was still freezing. Especially since it was raining the entire time. So that meant that I had an umbrella, so I couldn't even put my hands in my pocket to keep them warm. But yeah. I am going to let you go now, so I can clean everything up here. And I think by then it's like almost time to start dinner. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to let you go. I have been rambling for a decent time. I see now it's like 46 minutes on like my timer, so probably a little bit more for you. But yeah, I hope you liked this video. As always, if you did, you know the drill. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. No need to do if you don't want to, but if you would like to hear more rambliness of me, like to see more diamond painting videos or some other crafts every once in a while, especially if you do also like time lapses, this channel might be your channel, because every Friday at least I upload a partial time lapse, and once the full time lapse is like the time lapse is fully uploaded, I will most of the times on Monday put up a full version of it for the people that want to see it in one go. They're able to. But yeah, so I do have a lot of time lapses, a lot of diamond painting stuff, unboxings, reviews. At the moment, not so much because I am on a no buy, or at least a low buy. So the unboxings are a little bit sparse this year, but it's almost the end of the year, so probably next year will be better. But again, I'm going to let you go, because it's almost time to start dinner for me. As I said, I hope you liked this video. If you did, again, you know the drill. Leave me a comment in the comment section below this video if there's anything you want to tell me, ask me, or anything else. You can also leave just a emoji if you just want to show me that you've watched this video without needing to comment anything else. But yeah, do whatever you like. If you don't want to comment, that's also perfectly fine. I know that most of my viewers don't comment at all. And I'm perfectly fine with it, because I myself also am not much of a commenter. So do whatever is best for you. Do what makes you happy. If this channel makes you happy, you know what to do. And I hope to see you in a next video. Bye!